Hello, how are you? No, this is a sweatshirt. Oh, you should learn how to crochet then. If you always wanted to learn. Well, there's lots of tutorials on YouTube. Jada and Stitches, Sarah Satch. Sure, this is a blanket that I'm making. You could just type in the search in YouTube, uh, beginner crochet tutorials, and a bunch will come up to teach you your beginning stitches. And after that, my friend, the possibilities are endless. I've been crocheting over 40 years. I thought I had something here I could show you. Let me get a hat I can show you I made. Too. Well, I'll show you these. Here's a hat I had made. And then these are fingerless gloves I had made. That's one, and that's the other. So once you learn your basic stitches, it's a home run. I would be, I'd be thrilled for you to follow me, subscribe to my channel, follow me, to show me, you know, what you've learned. I don't do tutorials, but I sure do like to encourage people to learn and show off what they've made. You can do it. You can do it. Do you have yarn? Do you have a hook? Are you ready to begin? Imagine, I don't know how old you are, but when I learned, like I said, over 40 years I've been crocheting, there was no YouTube. have lots of things I could show you, but they're not in this room. But if you do look on my channel, you'll see a lot of things. You hear a rooster. Hey, I got 3 roosters. Um, Let me think. 3 roosters, 8 laying hens, and a goose. I don't live on a farm, but I am on land where I can have those. And I have a chihuahua, but she is under, I'm in my bedroom and she's under the bed because it's pouring rain here. And also, she's mad at me. She wants to come on the bed, but I don't want her up here while I'm making this blanket because this blanket is a gift for someone. If I was making me something, I wouldn't care if she got on the bed. But when I'm making something for someone else, I don't want no dog hair. Even though she's Chihuahua and, you know, she has short hair. You have 2 Chihuahuas and a French Bulldog. Wow. I'm in Texas. And like I said, it is pouring rain. What state or country are you in? Oh, you're in Kentucky. And you have a niece here in Texas. Great. I've never been to Kentucky. I've been in Texas. Let's see. Actually, it'll be 15 years this month. I moved here from Massachusetts, where I was born and raised. Oh, you're in Galveston. Oh, I'm in north central Texas. I'm near Plano, Garland. You're like maybe 4 or 5 hours away. Or longer. My Chihuahua's name is Sadie. Once you learn how to crochet, you could make your fur babies some sweaters. You could even look, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but you could look on Facebook for some local crochet and knitting groups if you don't mind meeting with people. And usually in those groups, there's people that are willing to teach other people. I used to teach crochet in person, not online. Is it raining down in Galveston? That rooster's out there in the rain with the goose. Oh, did I tell you I have a goose? And 3 feral cats that stick around outside that have been fixed. They help catch the mice and snakes. Oh, wow. Well, you'll do good looking on YouTube then for tutorials. Do you already have a crochet hook? And a skein of yarn, you'll need that to get started. I'm drinking some hot, I don't think you can see it, hot black coffee. See what the cup says? Home is where your dog is. Oh, home is where your dog is, where your goose is, where your rooster is, where your 8 laying hens are, where your 3 feral cats are. Hey, Barbara. Barbara, I need to, oh, my niece is in. Oh, that's right. You're in Kentucky. I forgot. Toodle, number 5 wants to learn how to crochet, Barbara. Barbara, I gotta make you blue, but it's been so long since I've done this. Because, you know, already have had an issue. Let's see. Okay. Thank you. Catch you again. Let's see. Barbara, did it work? Hey. Did it work, Barbara? Hallelujah. Yeah, from my landlord's dad. But I was showing that other person these. Now, these fingerless gloves, I made these quite a long while ago. Maybe, I don't know, 9 years ago. Super easy. Those. And the week before last, I made this hat. It's just single crochet. And it was some purple variegated that I had left. I showed those to that person to encourage them because they're wanting to learn how to crochet. And I was saying, hey, Mimi, it's pouring rain here. I was saying once you learn your, your basic stitches, it's a home run. Barbara, do you know Mimi? Mimi is Kitty Cat's Knit Place. And Mimi is from Massachusetts, where I'm originally from, and she is about 30 minutes from my city. And I wish I had known Mimi when I lived back home. But interesting thing, Barbara. I was a nurse's aide in a nursing home, and it's very possible that I cared for Mimi's mom because she was in that facility that I worked in. It was years ago, and I just can't remember. I would not remember her name anyway, but isn't that neat? And so me and Mimi have a lot in common because she's been a nurse's aide for 100 years. And so we have that in common. And we're from the same area. And she can keep that snow. In fact, Mimi, mail that snow to Barbara. Barbara loves snow. Mimi, Barbara is crochet therapy. She's in Tennessee, and she's my friend, and she goes live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Yeah, I'm slipping off the bed. Now that, hey, that'll be embarrassing if I fall off this bed. I got a million pillows behind me. I got my compression glove on because, if you know, you know. Oh, okay. Yep. Barbara, um, she runs a wonderful channel. Interesting things. Barbara, Mimi knits and crochets, and she made me a pair of knitted socks a couple years ago that are just beautiful. You know what? I'm going to show them to you. And um, I probably won't get it all right, but she belongs to a knit club where they knit, oh no, where they knit socks, and it has something to do, I think, with cancer. I'm not I'm not really sure, but let me get those socks that Mimi made me. La da dee da 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 da. Okay. Look at these, Barbara. Beautiful earth tones. Look at. Can you see that? Of course, there's two because it's a pair. Knitted, hand knitted by Mimi. And let me tell you, they're warm. They're warm and I love them and thank you. Hey, Timmy. Racine. Yeah, Mimi, Barbara has picked up her knitting needles again after since high school days, I guess. She has this new thing for 2026. Yeah, knit socks, sell and donate to American Society, Relay for Life, and give free to anyone who has cancer needing hugs. Isn't that wonderful? She belongs to a group. Um, Barbara's motto for 2026 is something new. So she has knitted before in high school and she's picked up her needles again, but she's learning all different kinds of new to her crochet. The year of something new. Hey, this live will be a mess because I've had such brain fog. That terrible migraine all those days. You know what I did yesterday? Yesterday, I finally felt well enough to get in the shower. Not just well enough, but safe enough. I did sponge bath the other days, but when you live alone and you have, um, different health issues like the spinal cord and bone issues, you can't um, take risks with a fall, break something. So I felt well enough and safe enough yesterday to get in the shower. I do have a safety bar in there that someone from church had put in after my first shoulder reconstruction. Anyway, it was so good to get in the shower. And this is kind of embarrassing. It wasn't until Couple hours later, when I was in bed, and I went I went to scratch my head. I never rinsed out the shampoo. Good night. I never rinsed out the shampoo. And if you think I got back in that shower, I didn't. I slept with that shampoo in my hair all night long. And this morning I finally rinsed it out, but now let's see. Okay. Hey, crafty Halo Angel. So good to see you. I think it's been quite a while. I don't even think I've seen you for a while in other people's lives. I'm so glad you stopped by. I'm working on a blanket for my landlord's elderly dad. He's 80 something, and he's been really under the weather. And so last week, before I had that flare up, I got out some of my yarn, and I found I had 4 of these Premier puzzle yarns. This is kickball. I was gonna say quicksand. Quickball. And and look at that. Now I'll tell you, I already mentioned it in a video I did this morning in Walmart parking lot, which I'll tell you about Walmart. I'm drinking hot black coffee and water in this cup that my pastor's wife had got me back in September. It says Chiari, that's the brainstem disease I have, Chiari malformation. Chiari may slow me down, but it won't stop me. Hallelujah. It doesn't say hallelujah, but hallelujah could fit right here. Why didn't they put it? That's one of my favorite words. What was I telling you? Um, oh yeah, this pattern, super easy. I mean, I made a scarf out of this pattern before, and I mentioned that when John Boy had his channel, he was doing tutorials for dishcloths, and he did a dishcloth, called it Crisscross Applesauce. Um, and I made several of those and gave them away, but I kept one, and it's in the kitchen, or I'd go get it. But I believe he did 1 row of single crochet, and the next row is the crisscross. Well, this blanket, I'm doing 1 row of half double crochet, and then the next row, half double crochet crisscross. And that row with the crisscross adds texture. And it's great for dishcloths. I'll tell you, it's great for anything. And it's not holy. You know, there's a little bit of space. That's fine. But it's not wholly like a granny square. I was first going to do a rectangle granny square because my landlord's dad chooses to sleep in his recliner. So I thought a rectangle granny square would be good, but big holes. So then I was thinking, how about that crisscross? And then, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh yeah, Walmart. So I went up to Walmart for yogurt, zero sugar yogurt. I forgot the brand. It begins with a C. And I wanted to look for those braces that people use when they've sprained or strained or have carpal tunnel in their wrists. Now, years ago, I was diagnosed with carpal tunnel, and I counted them 6, a total in my life, 6 EMG tests where they shoot that electricity through to test your nerves. And then it was discovered I have bilateral carpal tunnel in both wrists. Well, my left one really used to bother me a lot. And the doctor years ago gave me a brace to wear that has a metal plate in it. So I can take the plate out and I can wash the brace. Well, my right hand, every now and then it used to act up, but not enough to really slow me down or bother me. But the last couple months, or few months, it really has. And I think it's more than the carpal tunnel. It's related to the syringomyelia and blah, 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 blah. So, but Walmart only had for left hand, only lefties. But I do have these compression gloves, so I've got that on. That will help. And I rub some Tiger Balm. And this week I'm going to be calling my orthopedic doctor because I'm having um, some bone issues on this side. Did everyone go? Um, so I wanted to make him a lap blanket, mm, but it came out a little wider than what you'd use maybe for a lap blanket, but it's fine. It's fine. Because, like I said, he chooses to sleep in his recliner. And this says before he even just got sick, he was choosing to sleep in his recliner. So this will be wide enough that it can go over, you know, his recliner. Yeah. Now, when I found that I had this puzzle yarn, I found another skein of it. It's all shades of greens called Maze. And I don't know what I'll do with it. You know, I love the greens. Um, I could probably make a hat and scarf set. 'Cause I only just have that one. But I don't know. I got so many irons in the fire. And right now, my focus is on finishing this and then get back to my other projects. Oh, Barbara and that knitting. And you're eating lunch and you're here. And um, right now I'm doing the cross stitch. You know what that is? Let's see. I chained 115. I know that because when I work on just the half double crochet row, I have 114 across. And so, oh, I'll tell you. So I chain one at every end. Now, I'll tell you, I do that when I just about when I make anything that calls for a chain two or a chain three, I chain one. That's just my preference. So, Racine, the cross stitch is, how can I explain it? It's more like a X. You know, when you say cross, you think of the cross, but it's like an X. So if you have three chains, oh, in Grand Prairie, really? Just picture in your mind three chains. Okay, your first chain, you're gonna half double crochet. Skip the next chain, go into the next and half double crochet, then just go back over to that skipped chain and do a half double crochet, and you'll see how it makes an X. Do it all across however many you've chained. Be sure to end with a half double crochet. Chain one, turn. Your next row, work either a single crochet row or a half double crochet row. I guess you could do double crochet row. I never have. Blah, 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 blah. I've always done single crochet or half double solid row. I think Grand Prairie is just over an hour from me. I've been there once. This month makes 15 years ago I moved here from Massachusetts where Mimi is. Yeah. Now I have gone back home once, I guess about 10, 11 years ago. Next time I go home, Mimi, we need to get together. We need to get together. Oh, her name is Lisa. I thought someone was telling me your name was Lisa. And so, I'm not going to repeat it all, but I talked about it in my video this morning that the car is running. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, can you hear the goose? She is loving the rain. It stopped raining now. How many of you have how many of you have worked with um, puzzle yarn? Puzzle yarn would make a nice cardigan, Barbara. If you haven't seen Barbara's slouchy cardigan she's making, I mean, it seems like she's just whipped that up in no time. I missed a stitch. Oh, yeah. Thank God for that very kind neighbor. Oh, uh, the week before my car broke, I sold one of my baby blankets. I did a video showing blankets I had up for sale. Someone bought it, not from YouTube. It's a local friend who has bought baby blankets from me before. She works, she lives in Garland but works here in Wiley. And she has ordered and bought baby blankets from me for her coworkers. And so it just so happened that a coworker and his wife are having a baby, and there was going to be a baby shower at work. And she called me. Oh, do you have any baby blankets already made? Oh, you called the right person. And I sent her a picture of those that I had shown in a video, and she came and bought one. She bought the solid granny square one that was made. I made it out of that vintage Jamie baby yarn. So soft. And I told her, well, I'll just tell you. I told her because it's her, and she's, I guess you could say, a repeat customer, but also a good friend, her and her elderly parents. Um, I said, I'll sell it to you for $25. And when she came to get it, she gave me $40. And I said, oh, no. And she insisted. So I took it and I put $40 away for a rainy day. How was I supposed to know that the car was going to break down? And one of the other parts that I replaced was the sensor, a sensor, and it was $33. So that $40, I mean, what a blessing, right? Hey, Denisha. Yes, Barbara, yes. Now, if you don't know Denisha is also from Massachusetts, not too far from my neck of the woods. She's another one next time I go home I need to meet up with. Mimi, did you know Denisha was from um, our area? Oh, itchy, itchy ear. Oh, you did know. Hey, Susan. Wow. I am so thrilled that so many of my friends are here. I should have another light on, but we'll make it. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. As long as you and Jesus stay friends. And I'm working out of my comfort zone with a J hook. My go to hooks are G and H. Whoops. G and H, but I'm on a J, I think. Yep. Oh, Barbara, you never heard of it? Well, you won't be able to find it in the stores anymore. But oh, I used to crochet baby. What do you call them? Uh, SAQUE. Baby cardigan, hat, and booties. Years ago, I don't know how many sets I made, and I used to use that Jamie baby yarn. Well, a friend of mine that lives in Michigan, that's a crochet designer. I mean, her patterns have been published in Annie's Attic, and then in Annie's. Remember when Annie's Attic had that club? They've been published there, and in other magazines. I think Leisure Arts. Anyway, not too long after I first moved here, my friend mailed me a box full of the Jamie yarn, all colors. And that's what I used. I used some of those to make that solid pastel granny square baby blanket that I showed in a video a few weeks back. And that's the one that I just sold right before the car broke down. Yeah, it is just wonderful baby yarn. Um, Ames used to sell it. Stewart's used to sell it. I don't remember if Kmart did. Yeah, like a baby layette, but I didn't make the blankets and sell the blankets with them. I just did the hat, cardigan, and booties. I used to sell those like hotcakes. That was years ago. Years I spent in vanity and pride, knowing not my Lord was crucified. No, Denisha, well, I'll let her tell you, but you're not too far away. Denisha, you know where I'm originally from. She's a few cities over. The Chair City, next to the Chair City. Hear that rooster? puzzle yarn, wow, it just, the way the colors just flow, right? Is this discontinued now? I know there's still some on the shelves in Walmart, but they're not making it anymore. Other colors, are they? Do you know? This colorway is called Kickball. I don't remember when I bought them, but I had them, so why not make a blanket? Denisha don't drive, but Mimi is in your neck of the woods real often. Uh-oh. Someone's message is being held. Huh. Very interesting. Or is it? Do I want to know? I'm feeling so much better today. I'm so thankful. I did not want to go to the emergency room Thursday. That's almost where I ended up. Yeah, Mimi changed the name of her channel. Starting over. You know how the platform is about certain things. I don't understand. Um, um, because I don't know why people are allowed to be drinking alcohol beverages, and you can tell they're tipsy, and smoking all kinds of stuff, and profanity flowing out of their mouth like a river, and hateful things they're saying, and it's allowed. Now, hey, if they want to act like a fool like that, put your put your videos or your live private, or if you have people that want to follow that kind of trash, then do members only. But now other people that by mistake may have something playing in the background. I don't remember what happened with Mimi, but Mimi isn't carrying on like that. I guess that's what I'm saying. She don't carry on acting like a fool. And yet, here she is having to start a new channel. YouTube, examine yourself, please. Oh, what's all this? We can still get together when the weather clears. It depends what you have your channel settings for. If you have them for adult, There's a lot of different things you do. If you have them set for young audiences, they don't allow you. Well, I don't care. Either way, doing all that trashy stuff ought not to be an option just for anyone to scroll upon. I mean, there has to be stricter guidelines. YouTube does not verify. I could have a kid in here now. I don't know. I didn't set it for kids, but I could have a kid in here. I've been in people's lives, people that I have followed for a while that would set their life for not for kids, and there's been a kid. Eventually, you know, they come out, they claim to be a kid. If you're not a kid and you claim to be a kid, why? You're going to get booted out. In other words, you give someone an inch, they're going to take a mile. I mean, YouTube is very loose. I don't know. Oh, that's right. That's right. You were reading books. Also, Barbara raises chickens. Barbara Mimi doesn't raise chickens, but she takes care of her neighbor's chickens. Stop raining. I'm on just the half double crochet row. It goes quicker. I mean, this blanket don't take no time. I had started it before I got under the weather. I probably got about 5 rows in. Then when I was with that migraine, I did not work on it at all. I picked it back up yesterday, and I've been going to town. Look. Looky there. Earl. My roosters are Chico, Rudy, and Yoni. I could measure this width, length, height, and tell you how far I have. I have a chicken lamp right next to me that needs a bulb, and the lampshade is in the kitchen on the shelf because I want to measure it and I want to get a different one. I can show it to you. Oh, good grief. She's white like a leghorn. Let me finish this row and then why don't we measure it? I got something else I can show you that I made when we had that cold snap. And remember I made my mailman a hat? Well, I made something else I can show you. I'm right to the end of the row. Then we're gonna measure this. I want to make it 50 something from top to bottom. Oh. All right, let's draw up a loop. I'm gonna do it an easy way. Wow. Gonna measure. I'm measuring the top to the bottom. You see the bottom chain, my foundation chain had some white. I haven't gotten any white ever again. Isn't that odd? All right. Let's see. 28 inches high. It's folded in half so I can show you. Look at that. What do you think? Now let me show you. Oh, where is it? Oh. Da da dee da 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 da. Da 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 da. All right. I got this. Of course, I gotta weave in a tail. Let's see. They've been da 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 da. This doesn't matter which way it goes. We got this. Cowl. And a matching hat. They've been rolled up. That's why the brim is like that. But look. Can you see that? All those front post stitches. The cowl has the same pattern, front post. So that's a set. And then I made another cowl to mail back home to a friend, because when my friend saw this, my friend asked for a cowl. And this is made out of the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre Green Apple. Look how it changes all those greens. Oh, hook? I have no idea. Oh, boy. J. I like H and I, but I'm with the J. And then I made this for a gift for my friend that bought that baby blanket. Well, I had made this before that. Do you remember a couple months ago I showed you a scarf I made me? It's green, and I called it pencil scarf. Don't know why. Or an angle scarf. Because I started out, I didn't follow a pattern, I just made it. Started out here at an angle, and then it got wider and wider, like this. So I had a ball of this yarn. I don't even know what it is. Look at that. So I made that as a gift for that friend. Super easy. Maybe one day I'll write the directions in my post page. But yeah, I like how it came out. I don't even know what yarn this is. I just know I had a ball of it. I think I got it at the thrift store, maybe this yarn. But I had made me a green one of these scarves, and so I made this one for my friend. And then this is a tutorial I followed by Sarah Satch. It's called the Cold Snap hat and cowl. Super easy. So you make the hat just like the cowl. Um, and then you what do you call it? Cinch it up. Cinch it up. Of course, you can make this taller or shorter. Same with this. Then you just cinch it up. Makes a nice set, doesn't it? I got that. Those I made before I got sick. I need to weave in those tails and post those pictures. Thank you. Now, I want to see something else that's not finished. It's up to you. All up to you. Hey, where'd I put the hook? You want to see my scrap project I started working on when we had that cold snap? Rooster. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My hook got stuck. I'm gonna put my hook right next to you. All right, this is my scrap project. I'm just working on it as I get, some leftovers. I mean, it is it's a scrappy project. Remember that. I think I got, wait a minute, I don't want to pull out a stitch. Okay, this is all in half double crochets too, with a H hook. Avalanche. And it's gonna be a hat. I do so many half double crochets, all in back loop, and then I do 5, or is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I do 5 single crochets in the back loop, and that 5 single crochet row is when I have my circumference. Then I'll make a seam, and then my single crochet row is where I'm gonna cinch the hat. But look, see that? But on this side, I'm keeping my ends. Now I'm keeping them not all that length. I've trimmed them down to like this. See, all this I gotta trim. But it's gonna be reversible. I can wear it, or if I sell it, they can wear it where these ends are out, or they can wear it this way. I'm showing upside down. You don't, wait a minute. Hey. Yeah, this is my single crochet. So, still have, a little ways to go. But it's just, I pick it up here and there. I got this bag. Has just, these balls of scrap, and I'll pick it up and do a few and then add another color. It's really a mess in this bag. Look. Hey, it's a little fun project. You know, when I go to the laundromat, I always bring something. I don't always get to work on something because, you know, I get talking with people. Thank you. Now, what else can I show you? That's it, unless I want to go digging for things, which I don't want to. Oh, I'll come back to this. It is a fun hat, Barbara. Now, I'm doing that hat to kind of get a feeling if I want to make me a sweater like that. If I made me a sweater like that, um, I would weave in all my ends, you know. But I'm just seeing if I made a sweater like that, do I want to do every complete row a different color? Or do I want patches, you know, like a few stitches here, one color, and a few stitches, another color? I'm just feeling it out. Of course, you know, next month it's going to be 100 degrees here. And I will not be thinking about sweaters. But I'm just having fun using up my scraps, doing that. Um, I have lots of projects I need to finish. Now this blanket is almost finished. Can you believe someone is mowing the lawn across the street? I can hear their ride-on lawnmower. That grass is soaking wet. This cross stitch is pretty neat, isn't it, Barbara? Do you notice the texture that it gives in your um, slouchy cardigan? You just never know what I'm gonna make. I do notice the puzzle yarn has a tendency to split. And I'm very picky. If I notice a stitch and the yarn splits, I pull it out and do it over again. But that's just me. But I have noticed that this, unless it's just this skein, but it does split. Oh yeah, does anyone know if it's discontinued? Do they not make any more colors? And why, if it's called puzzle yarn, why is this one called kick kickball? Kick, what is it called again? Don't have a label here. I know there was a puzzle yarn called Hangman and Crossword. This one I think is Kickball. It was really popular, wasn't it? Premier puzzle yarn. I can tell you that I bought these when they were on rollback, probably 3 years ago. Lots of colors still. Really? Intriguing. I'm intrigued. Boy, these compression gloves, I've only got the one on because my right hand has really been bothering me, but what a difference they make for me. What a difference. So strange that my foundation chain and in a few stitches, I think. Let's see. Yeah, had white. I've never gotten white again in this blanket. And I'm on the third one of these that I had. Yes, they have lots of colors still. Hmm. I cannot tell you how thankful I am to be feeling better. And thank you so much for your comments, praying for me, wishing, hoping for me to get better. It was pretty bad. Thursday was the worst. Oh boy. Have to be so careful with that Chiari malformation because, you know, if you get water on the brain, it's not good. Now, that flare up, it could have been because we were going to get that rain that we've had all day today. I mean, when there's barometric pressure change, anyone that knows, I mean, it can just knock you off your feet. There's really no use in trying to figure out what caused the flare up. I mean, you just pray you don't get them, pray you don't get them often, and pray that when you do, that relief will come soon. Like I said today in that video, yes, I'm so thankful that I have such a kind neurologist who knows I never call unless it's as bad as it was. And he did not make me drive down there for an appointment. He knew that I'm not one calling all the time for medicine because most medicine I can't tolerate. Um, so he did call, he ordered two medicines that I've had and that I can tolerate and that do help. And I'm thankful for that. And I'll tell you, call me crazy or whatever, but before I took the medicine, I prayed over them. I said, "Oh God, cause these medicines to work as they're intended to, and please don't let me have any side effects." Even though they're medicines I've taken for the migraines before, because I have such an intolerance, I didn't want to have that on top of what I was already dealing with. So I called on God to make that medicine work like it's supposed to. And I believe He did it because I do feel much better. Yesterday I felt myself coming out of the woods, and today I have just felt so much better. And I'm thankful. And I'm thankful all of you stuck around. I'm not worried about my algorithm. Is that what it's called? Because I'm not monetized and I'm not um, working so hard to get monetized. I'm just here for the ride. I so appreciate the connections I've made. Most are from the crochet community. Others are other people that have chickens, which is really neat. I believe that I'm almost done this third. I've been calling them skeins. I don't know what they're called. And I have another one, my last one, but I think that's all it will take. Because I'm already 30 something inches. I'm sure those chickens are finding all kinds of bugs now after that rain. Thank you, Barbara. Barbara, did you say you worked with puzzle yarn before? It says it's a bulky number 5, but I can see when you're working it up, it's kind of bulky, but when you're feeling it, in that skein, it don't feel like a bulky to me. This will go so good with their living room. Their living room is neutral color paint. I don't remember their couch, but his recliner is brown. So this just will be wonderful. And yes, we're going to be getting into our hot Texas weather soon. But usually in March, my air conditioner has to go on. But he's elderly and, he may not feel the heat like I do. Anyway, either way, I know they're going to appreciate it. Sounds like rain again. Several skeins. Really? Well, we got a little problem here, Premier. I think this has to be addressed. You're holding me up, Premier. I really don't know how I feel about this. It's a distraction, Premier. I was thinking today would be a good day for gumbo, but I've never made gumbo. My landlord's, one of his sons is married to a Louisiana girl. And I've had her gumbo before. Very good. It was my first time having it. Okay, what's going on? We don't got time for this. But I'm not gonna cut it. I need every piece I can get. Several skeins. Work with me. Kickball. Well, I don't know if I'm making this worse. What do you think about that when you're right at the end of your skein and Barbara, send your mother. Send your mother. Barbara's mother. What? Let's see. Oh, it's hard to pick up a needle. Gonna get right to the root of the problem, I hope. This is really slowing me down. I can see the knot. Can you believe it? Barbara's mother, I need you stat. I mean, really. Oh, I need Carl's claws. This does not want to turn loose. She's an expert detangler. How does one become such? Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. YouTube is watching you, Premiere. Wow. You talk about slowing progress. I don't know which thing to pull. I refuse to cut it. Nope. You don't know who you've decided. With. Oh, I just dropped that needle. Don't want to put it in my mouth because I'll swallow it. Nope. You're really watching me try to get this. There's got to be a way. Got to be a way. I'm telling you. Oh, I think that made it worse. Good job. Wow. How embarrassing. You should be embarrassed, Premiere. Not me. This ain't gonna make people run right out and buy you, I'll tell you. You'll be sitting on those shelves. I'm pulling something. I don't know. It's moving. Probably gonna pull out my whole row. Oh, how dare. How dare you? I won't. I was gonna say I won't take this sitting down, but I will. Hey, I'm cracking myself up. I don't know. Oh, I just lost the needle again. Hello, neuropathy. All right. Down to business. Come on. Don't you know there's an elderly man needing this blanket, Premiere? And you want to show off? I won't stand for it. Hmm. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Help! SOS. Barbara's mother, what will it take? I'll buy you a cookie jar from the thrift store or Facebook Marketplace. Good grief. I don't know how I got 100. I don't believe it. Oh, I'm gonna hold out. I mean, this looks like a jellyfish, if you ask me. I got strands here and strands there. Premiere, I'm so disappointed. I ought to take a picture of this. Oh, I ought to send them this video. No problem. Cookie jar on the way. Where does she put all those cookie jars? That's the question. Better put that down before I drop it. I think we're making progress. Wow. How did it happen? You see me working with this. Now I pulled out stitches. Thank you, Premiere. Gonna set that up there. I'm going to gingerly try to figure out what is going on. Oh, this is time wasted. There's no reason for this to happen. No reason. I don't understand it. There's a snag. Because, like I was saying, it kind of splits. This skein, you know. Oh, I think, wait, whoa, whoop, whoop. Are you the troublemaker? I think so. Let's see. Help me, Lord. Step on the scene. Hey, Jeanette. Well, funny you asked. I'm working on this. But before this happened, let me put this needle over here. I'm working on using Premier Puzzle Yarn Kickball is the colorway, and I'm making a lap blanket for my landlord's elderly dad. He's been under the weather, so I'm making this. But I ran into this mess. Barbara, do you know Jeanette? Jeanette is DOY. And Jeanette is so talented. She just made a pair of slippers she had an order for out of vintage yarn. We were just talking about vintage yarn a while ago. Do you Hey, Patricia! Patricia! Oh, I want to give you a hug. I can't believe you're here. Look at this blanket I'm making, my landlord's dad. Enjoy your dinner, Patricia, and thank you for coming here. let me see. Oh yeah, Barbara, do you remember that yarn? Sayelle. um, Jeanette just made a pair of slippers out of that. That the person wanted or had that yarn and gave it to her to make them their slippers. That is some old school yarn, I'll tell you. I got some of it around here. I can't believe this wanted to get snarled up and slow me down. Oh, you remember that, Mimi? I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna get it untangled. I will not be defeated by Premier Puzzle. Huh. This is a bad example, Premier. You better grease your machines that spin your yarn. The whole world is seeing what I'm going through. Whole world. Once it's out there, Premier. Oh, Patricia. Oh, Patricia. But I'm sure you can cook like our friend Letty. Oh, yes. Really, Jeanette? Wow. You are in the business. Wonderful, good friends came into this live. I usually get not such nice people anytime I go live. I think I think we got it. I know. Me too. I think you're my paysan. You and Letty, my paysans. What's your favorite dish to make, Patricia? Patricia. Patricia is a very refined lady. Chicken cutlets, of course. Oh. Hey, I did make some headway with this. My Italian grandmother, well, she used to cook lots of dishes, but she used to make homemade pizzelles. Pizzelles. Did I get this? Or what? And Jeanette, they want them in that same color? She's an Italian from Chicago. Hey, Jeanette, I think, is in Chicago. Barbara cooks. Barbara actually has another channel. Don't ask me the name of it. Creek. Creek? Wooden Creek? Cooking Creek? Creek cooking? I'm hopeless. Hey, we made progress, everyone, after I shamed Premier. But they held up my progress. Call it like you see it. Yeah, Jeanette's in Chicago. Okay, enjoy your dinner, Patricia. I wonder what you ordered. And why did you order? Why aren't you in the kitchen cooking? Well, I guess she deserves a day off. I guess. Cedarcroft Homestead. Was I close? Hey, look it. We did it. We did it. I used to have a preacher that said dream work is the no. Team what did he say? Uh Teamwork makes the dream work. All right. Shall I crochet on or are you tired of me? Yes, the same lady who friend a pair. Now she wants a pair. I think it's awesome. I was telling the people, Jeanette, before you got here, how I sold the baby blanket. I did a video on some blankets a few weeks ago, and that I had up for sale. And I sold one, not to a YouTuber, but to a friend of mine that's local who has ordered blankets from me before and has bought blankets. Um, Usually it's for friends at her job. And she called me, said, "Do you got any baby blankets made?" A friend, a coworker, and his wife are getting ready to have a baby. I said, "Oh, you called the right one." And came and bought one. I said for her, I will sell it to you for $25 because she's a friend and she's ordered so many times. But when she came and saw it, she paid me 40. And it was a solid granny square in pastels with that vintage baby yarn called Jamie. Do you know that yarn, Jeanette? And oh, and then that all happened before my car broke. And one of the other parts I had replaced on my car was a sensor that tells the engine fan when to go on and when to go off. Well, that little part was $33. So that $40 came in handy. When she paid me $40, I didn't want to take 40, but she insisted. Um, I put that $40 right away for a rainy day. And good thing. Then she sent me a text. The job had the baby shower. Sent me a text that her coworker and his wife, they loved the baby blanket. There's a picture of it on my or a little video I did when I said something about blankets I've made that are up for sale. Yeah, believe me, I was thankful. Hey, God knew that I was going to be needing that money. It's exciting when you make a sale, isn't it? Oh, Jeanette, did you see this? I made this scarf. I didn't follow a pattern. I had made me one of these in green, oh, about a month ago. I showed it on my channel. And then I had this yarn in a ball. And I thought, I'm going to make my friend a scarf. I'm making this for the one that bought that baby blanket. It's just, I started out at a point here. And then I went wider and wider. I'm not very good at showing you this, but see, then it went wider. And she is going to love it, I'll tell you. She's going to love this. And then I made this. I don't think you were here when I showed it. There's this. I gotta weave in my ends. This cowl, cowl, and this hat. Front post stitch. This is Red Hot Super Saver Ombre. Ooh, it's hot. And green apple. And I followed Sarah Satch's tutorial, beanie and cowl cold snap, or cold snap beanie and cowl. Easy, easy, super easy. I made the set and I took a picture and sent it to a friend back home in Massachusetts. And my friend asked, could I make her just the cowl? So I made the cowl. Now these socks, Jeanette, are knitted. They're knitted by Mimi. Mimi's in here. Mimi is Kitty Cat's Knit Place 69. She made me these last year, I think. Or no, or the year before. I'm tangled up. Beautiful. And I also showed this before you got here. These fingerless gloves I made a few years ago. Super easy pattern. I made these for me. Super easy. You know I love variegated. And a couple weeks ago, before I got under the weather, I made this hat. Either to give away to the homeless or to sell, I don't know. It was just some different shades of purples I had. All different shades. Single crochet. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, okay, Barbara. Thank you so much for coming here. And I hope that you got to meet some of the people you didn't know and vice versa. That's Barbara in Tennessee. She's got chickens just like me. Hey. She recently had a fall and hurt her knee. But soon she'll be up, buzzing like a bee. Oh, yeah. Hey, we don't let things keep us down for too long, do we? We press on. Sometimes we have to rest, you know? We gotta be still and know that God is God. But we don't gotta stay down. Gotta get back up. Get our blankets done. Get our slippers done. Get our slouchy cardigan done. Get our knitted socks done. Whatever we're working on. Because that's what we do. That's what we're made of. Jeanette, I forget if that's your own pattern for the slippers. I have some crochet slippers. And I have knitted slippers that are a treasure. I think I got 3 pairs from a friend's mother, a friend that I went to high school with, and we're still friends all these years later. The mother has passed away, but the mother crocheted and knitted and made wreaths, and she even had her own little craft shop at one time. But she, every Christmas, she would knit me a pair of slippers, and she used double strands. And of course, in this trailer, when we have cold snaps like what we just had a few weeks ago, this floor gets freezing. And I put those slippers on. But one pair I don't wear. I just keep them because, she made them, and she's not here anymore, and they're just so special to me. I should show you one day, but they're knitted. But I do have one or two sets of crocheted slippers. Wonderful, Jeanette, wonderful. Just like that scarf. That's my own pattern as far as I know of. I know I didn't follow anyone to make it. First, I made me one in green. I think it has black flick in it. Um, then I made my friend this pink one that I just showed you. Hey, we ought to inspire and encourage one another. There's so much hate out there. Not just and I'm talking about not in the YouTube streets, just in daily life living there's hate, but on these YouTube streets. God have mercy. I don't know how people get the thrill of building up their channel, hating on people, and the fools that follow them. And that's what they are. They're fools. Anyone that can take pleasure in someone else tearing other people down is a fool. There was, um, there is a YouTuber that I used to watch about 13 years ago, and only because this person and their spouse traveled the country and was in an RV. So, I live in a travel trailer. I'm not ashamed to say it. It's what God has provided. So I'm interested, in other people either living full time in an RV or traveling. So, and this person at that time, they were doing renovations, and it was very interesting, and interesting to see the different states that they were in. And they didn't have very many subscribers. Well, I don't know what happened. Uh, for a while, I didn't watch for whatever reason. But then one day it popped up on my recommended, and I tuned in. Completely changed. They're not traveling no more, which is fine. Um, but the person has built their channel up on hate. Hating another YouTuber. I mean, so bad that the channel's been reported several times, and by the person that they're hating on, and they fight it and they win, so their channel remains. But it has really built up lots of subscribers, membership, super chat, this and that, happy mail, and blah 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 blah, and it's all hate, never anything uplifting. I've tuned in a total of 3 times, and I couldn't even stay the whole time to listen. It was nothing I'm interested in, and I thought, how can you build your channel up hating, bullying, making fun of? How and why? And then I'm thinking, all these subscribers and all this money for membership and all these super chats people are egging you on. That's just the devil's money, if you ask me. We are commanded by the King of Kings to love one another, to be kind to one another, to encourage one another, pray for one another, help one another. Not all of that other nonsense. I don't know. I want to hang around with those that encourage people. Oh, yeah, love drama. No, thank you. I know my channel is, hey, I'll say it myself. My channel's wonky. I don't edit. I have no interest in editing. Um, I don't show just crochet. I show my animals. I share health, and I know that turns some people off, but I do it not to complain. You won't find a complaining spirit or attitude in me. I know that God has ordered my steps, whatever comes. I share about the brainstem disease, Chiari malformation, and the spinal cord disease, syringomyelia, because, well, how many of you ever heard about it before? So I share things about it, my journey with it, to bring awareness. So my channel's kind of all over the place. But I enjoy the connections I've made. And I'll tell you this. Um, there's been a couple people that started out making comments, ugly comments, you know, and I delete them, especially if there's profanity, because I don't want anyone else to be reading that stuff. Uh, and God helped me to handle a situation with one of them that came after me a couple times. You know, people like to tell you about yourself. But God gave me wisdom to handle it. And the person has stuck around. I didn't block the person. I told the person, I deleted your filthy comments, but I haven't blocked you. The person has stuck around. And when the person makes comments now, they're so friendly. And I believe that they're sincere. God, hey, God can change any heart. And God knows best how to work on people, right? We don't need to go back and forth with people. We handle it at the moment, like deleting hateful, ugly profanity. And if we feel like to block the person, we do that. But ultimately, we put that person in God's hand and let God deal with them. God can change a heart. That person, I look forward to when that person comments, because I do feel like they're sincere, and it shows, the change that God's made. Now, they may live like the devil, I don't know, but I can tell you, when they make comments on my channel, there's respect. It may not always be like that, I don't know, but I'm thankful. Did I run you off? Hey, we untangled that knot. Hallelujah. You see, that knot that was in this yarn slowed me down. And sometimes that's how the devil is. Throws something in our way to slow us down. It may slow us down, you know, but it don't kick us out of this race that we're in to make heaven. No. Greater is he that it is in us. Greater is he that is in us. What about that other scripture? Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. For when I fall, I shall arise. Hallelujah. Hey, don't that give you hope? Gives me hope. This puzzle yarn is acrylic, but it's making my nose itch, like if there's wool in it. Jeanette, have you worked with this Premier puzzle yarn? Premier I said pre-meal. Well, I probably should let you all go. Oh, itchy, itchy nose. So thankful for all of you that got to come in here. Made my day, made my day. So much talent. I'm glad there wasn't really problems in this live. In the beginning, you know, there kind of was, but they moved themselves along. I am going to have to let you go and make my supper. I'm getting hungry and I didn't have lunch. Now, Jeanette, I know you go live tomorrow, and usually I am very busy getting all the animals settled and then getting ready for church, then at church. That's why I miss your Sunday live. Sometimes when I'm getting ready, I tune in, but Sunday mornings I have to get all these animals fed and everything before I start getting ready to get to the church. But fear not, because I do watch your videos. I do. Okay, everyone, I'm going to let you go. Thank you again for stopping in and being so kind and sticking in there while I was not feeling so well and just couldn't do any videos. I appreciate it. Um, have a good rest of your evening. And remember, I know you already know this, and I know you already do this, but remember to be kind to everybody, because somebody is having a bad day. We just never know. We just never know what a wave can do, what a smile can do, what a hi, how are you can do. We just never know the battle that someone else is in. Okay? I appreciate you and have a good night.